your jersey retirement ceremony. And I know we're looking a little far because we're coming up on a road trip. That's pretty exciting. And I see the smile on your face.
I am excited. I keep getting more and more excited about the day. I found out about it like a while back, but it just seems so far away, So it's like, oh, it's cool. And then like actually planning it and like watching that day creep up, I'm actually really excited.
What do you hope to stay that day holds for you?
Just for my family to enjoy it. I'm excited for my children to see, go back. Hazel and I was just talking the other day about like our kids going back to Michigan State, and for them to see that is an honor. And for me, like I donated money a few years back, and it says my name on the weight room, but I actually view that as like that's my son's name on that weight room, and so just for them to go back and share that moment, and all my family coming from Saginaw and friends, sharing that moment with Coach Izzo and the coaching staff, Coach DJ, OG, Fife, Spartan Nation, like I'm excited.
How many friends and family do you think will be the old coaches and everything else?
Thanks.
It'll be a large group.
Yeah, it'll be a lot. I kind of already submitted a list about 70, and it's just keep growing. So it'll be a lot of people. I'm trying to keep it down, but I'm excited, and I'm going through that right now too. So riddle me that.
Are you preparing a speech, or are you just gonna wing it?
I think I may put like a few pointers, but when I prepare a speech, it sucks. When I wing it, it's great. So I may give myself like a few names that I need to name and like a couple things I want to talk about. But I speak better when I'm just going from the heart, as opposed to like, nah.
Did you have a sense that this was going to happen, or did you just at one point get a phone call or something saying, "Hey, we're going to do this for you"?
I'd be lying if I said I didn't have a sense. But it's one of those things that even though you have a sense, like, it still never seemed like it's going to happen. And not only does it never seem like it's going to happen, but like it's one of those things that I've been looking forward to it for a long time. But like even as you're looking forward to it, you don't get that feeling until it's up on you. And so like, although I've known for a while now, it's just now starting to feel real. And so it's just like, it's just because you have a sense, it doesn't change the feeling of it. It doesn't change the same. It's not like, oh, I knew that was happening, cool. Like, it's exciting. Like, I mean, I grew up, Michigan State was my dream school. Like, to get my jersey retired there, it's crazy.
When did it start becoming your dream school?
My aunt played there. I was probably 2, 3, 4 years old when my aunt played there. And I used to go up there all the time, and I was scared of Sparty. But I used to always tell my mom, like, I'm going to go to Michigan State. Like, I'm going to Michigan State. And then, when I was 8, 9, 10 years old, 11, you had the Flintstones, you had Jay Rich. And at that point, me and my brother always said, like, we're going to go to Michigan State and play for Tom Izzo. And, like, it happened early for me. Like, I knew that's where I wanted to be. And then, obviously, you go through the recruiting process and, things change. And it brought me right back to where I wanted to be my entire life. So, it's like, it's a dream come true.
Were the Flintstones the first team you remember, really, or was it even before that?
I remember Steve Smith. Because Steve was there when my aunt was playing there. So I remember Smitty, but I don't like remember it like that. I just remember going up there and I remember number 21. But I didn't really know the game of basketball then. The first team that I can really remember watching and like going crazy for and like feeling like they won a national championship. I won a national championship was the Flintstones, especially with those guys being from Flint. You know, you got that Flint Saginaw connection, and it's like when they won it, we just all felt like we had accomplished everything. So that's the first team that I can like really remember when I understood basketball.
Do you have like a favorite? You know, I mean,
My favorite was always Mo Cleese. Obviously, all my brothers, and you know, I always had an appreciation for him. But you just knew, like watching growing up as a kid, like Mo Cleese was the head of the snake. Like he was the biggest cheerleader. He was the best player. He was the leader. He was the glue. He was the toughness. Score, assist, like he did it all, and you just knew like he was the head of it all, and everybody respected that. You know, it wasn't like Charlie Bell was like, oh no, like I'm bigger than Mo Cleese or like Tom Smith or Mo Pete. Like no, like everybody played their role, and so like obviously I had appreciation and love for all of them. Still do to this day. But growing up, like watching it as a kid, my favorite was my team.
Did you seriously consider any other schools during the recruitment process?
I committed to Kentucky. Tubby Smith was there. I kind of committed. I mean, I didn't have an offer from Michigan State, and so I committed to Kentucky. And then Tubby left. When Tubby left, I reopened my commitment. I mean, my recruitment, and I got a call from Coach Izzo like 7 o'clock the next morning. He was cussing me out. Like, how could you commit to Kentucky? This, that, and the other. Like, dude, I didn't even have an offer from y'all. He cussed me out some more. Like, yes, the F you did. Here's your effing offer if you didn't think you. I think I had the weirdest recruitment of all time. You know, like, everybody always smiling in your face when they recruiting you. Hey, like, they sell you this, like, false hope. Like, everything gonna be peaches and cream when you go to college, and it's not always that way. My recruitment actually went exactly how I went into school. Like, I got cussed out as a recruit. I got cussed out as a player. So it was never like a shock for me that Coach Izzo was like cussing me out or in my grill, or it was never a shocker for me because that's how my recruitment went. I'm probably the only sicko that would actually choose a coach like that, but it's my guy. It worked out.
When did you first meet him?
My freshman year, coaches, my high school coach, Coach Dawkins, he would hold these open gyms. And you have every big-time coach in America in those open gyms my freshman, sophomore year. And I met Coach Izzo then. And even then, it was like surreal. You know, like a kid growing up in Michigan. Coach Izzo is the governor. Like, whatever title gets hired, like that's who Coach Izzo is. And so as a kid growing up and seeing that, and then like him coming on the sideline and actually watching us play, well, you never seen people go so hard in your life. Coach Izzo was on the sideline. But, that was my first time meeting him, and then start going up to games on Saturdays and, sometimes during the week.
Coach Iz seems to make a couple of your games every year out here or wherever. Does he do that for all the guys, or I mean, how does he find the time to do that?
He definitely shows up at everyone's games. I may be the favorite, so I may get 2 games instead of 1. No, I'm just playing. But he definitely gets out and check everyone out, and I mean, it's a priority for him. It's like we always talk about family. That was one of the main reasons I chose Michigan State, because it felt like a family up there. And we always talk about family and supporting each other. And, I think one thing about Coach Izzo, so many times you see some of these college coaches get caught up in, like, it's them. Like, it's about me. It's not that for him. It's like, no, it's about this program. No man is bigger than the program, including himself. And he makes it his business to get out and try to check out a game of everyone's and just show that support, because I think, one of the most important things of our program is we're all still a part of the program. We all still go back. We all, like, continue to try to pour into the younger guys. And I think he obviously has an appreciation for that. And, he shows that appreciation. Like, that guy, he's unreal. Like, I remember time I was going through some stuff during my career. He's like blowing my phone up, and like I was just kind of in the dark, and he just kept blowing my phone up. Finally, I answered, and he's like, "What's going on with you? Are you all right?" Like, "Yeah, I'm all right." Like, "No, you're not. I hear it in your voice." And he got on a flight and flew out here, and then turned right back around and got on the red eye the same night and went back. And it was just like, it's stuff like that that you don't get that anywhere else. Like, you know, these coaches don't care about you like that. Like, I can't do much for Tom Izzo today, like, other than be a friend and like a son. Like, I can't go and play for him or help raise his pay or do anything. I can't do much for him. But yet, you know, he still makes that a priority, and that's why I got so much love for him. It's not just about like, oh, you come here for 1, 2, 3, or 4 years and then that's it. Like, it never ends, and that's the special thing of why I love Michigan State so much.
When he flew out here, did you just have dinner or just hang out at your house?
He just came to my house, talked to me, sat with me, and left, and went back. But you know, it's like, it's stuff like that you need at times, like people in your corner that know you well. Like, there's not many people that know me better than Coach Izzo, and so, like, it's special. No,
How does he know?
he know him because he watched Michigan State with me, and so he see him, and he's met him obviously. But he, even like the times that he's met him, he was way younger. So I'm actually excited for him to be around him now. But he going to Michigan State. I'm telling y'all now.
He doesn't even have a choice.
He's going. I throw green and white in his face every day. He won't know no other colors.
Was that a family atmosphere, that unselfish atmosphere, something that you wanted early on, or is that something you grew to appreciate after you went to Michigan State?
No, that was actually one of the main reasons I went to Michigan State. You know, I visited other schools, and that just felt like it for me. That was what I knew. Like, it felt like home, and it eventually became home, but like, it just felt like home. It felt like family. It felt like everyone cared about you. You know, it's like the players, they cared about you. It wasn't like, yeah, you're competing for minutes, you're doing all these things, but it's not like I'm trying to compete with you to the point where I don't care, where I'm trying to take you out, or where I got a car and you don't, and I'm not going to pick you up so you can be late, and like it's different. And like, that atmosphere is really what sold me. Was, you know, you go up there on a visit and like all the players are back. I remember one year I went up there, like Zebo was back, Allen Anderson was back, Shannon Brown, Mo Ager, Mo Cleese, Mo P, like everybody was back. Magic, and it's just like you don't get that in many places. I won't say anywhere because I'm sure some places, but you don't get that in many places. And you know, to have that atmosphere and be so close to home for me, like, what else did I need? I didn't need to go 10 states over to find that atmosphere. Like, some people don't have that luxury where they're from a state where they can get that. I'm thankful that I had that right at home.
What did it mean for you as a kid watching a guy like Jason Richardson from Saginaw do his thing at Michigan State?
It meant a lot. And, you know, not only Jason Richardson, but, you know, God rest his soul, Charles Rogers, who went to Michigan State from Saginaw, you know, around the same time. Like, it meant a lot just to see those guys coming from the same place I came from, then attend my dream school and actually succeed. They probably made it bad for Michigan. You know, Lamar Willie and Jerome Jackson went there. I was already settled on Michigan State at that point, but that was a couple years too late. But
how excited is a town like Saginaw when someone like Jason Richardson or Charles Rogers is having that type of success nearby?
Very excited. You know, because it's not a bunch of people in Saginaw. You know, and so when one of your own make it, we all feel like we made it. You know, it's like it brings hope. You know, to younger kids like myself at the time. Like, wow, they doing it? Oh, I can do that too then. You know, it brings hope, and everybody kind of latches on to that and have an appreciation and love for that. Like, to this day, like, I don't think you can go anywhere in the world and like there's as much love for Serena Williams as there is in Saginaw. She didn't grow up in Saginaw, but she was born in Saginaw. Everybody grab hold of that. Like, Serena's from Saginaw, and everybody love her. Like, I bet you more people sit in front of the U.S. Open final when Serena's playing than when I'm playing in the NBA finals. Like, everybody loved that. And that's just, you know, like I said, although she didn't grow up there, everybody just grab on to that and, like, have an appreciation for it. You know, just people who come from there, come from that water, that soil, and make it out. Like, everybody made it.
Any jokes from like Jay Rice because he was number 12?
Nah, man, it's nothing like that. You know, one thing's for sure: if Jay Rich stayed longer than 2 years, I wouldn't have had 23. So, nah, Jay Rich, one of the guys that paved the way for me, that I, you know, appreciate. Like I said, one of those guys made it from Saginaw who showed us that it was possible for us to make it out.